feel it going right to the biceps. Yeah. Just get out of the gym. I know. This girl, she finishes up squats. She starts walking. Like, she gets done, she puts the weights down. I love how everybody has to wipe off the bar. I got news for you. I don't wipe anything off. The only thing I'm doing is wiping my ass on the bench. What kind of gym? You have no idea the kind of gyms I used to come from. Yeah, you could scrape the hair gel off the bench into a jar and use it again later. Yeah. Are you kidding me? Sweat, vomit, blood, this type of thing. Anyway, I'm sitting there. I'm pumping up the guns. She gets done with the squatting, and she starts walking right at me. Like, no reason in the world to walk directly at me. She could have walked this way, exits over there, locker rooms this way. She walks directly at me. What do? I ignored her. Yeah, I showed her. Yeah, worked out great. We're both lonely still. And my marriage is preserved. Thank you. I'm so happy about that. Anyhow, guys, you came for advices? Let's get started. Delicious. Lately, I've been absolutely enthralled with investing in cryptocurrency. Do you dabble? Any hot tips? Bitcoins for Bithead? Well, I got news for you right now. This whole cryptocurrency thing, I have to admit, it went right over my head, and I missed out. Well, I didn't really miss out, because I actually did get involved with something, but in typical me fashion, I got fucked tender. That's right. A friend gave me a tip. He's like, you gotta buy XRP, you gotta buy this XRP. Ripple. So I'm like, all right. I bought it for $1,000. I put $1,000 in. I said, I'm gonna put $1,000 in. It was at like 20-something cents. I put $1,000 in. I fucking forgot about it. You gotta understand something. That's why I have trouble with investing. Because I invest and then I fucking forget about it. I forget where I invested it. I forget passwords. I forget everything. So it's basically like taking $1,000 and I don't know, kicking it into a trash can. So I forgot about it. Months later, felt like months later, this guy comes into work. Some guy, random guy, a friend of mine, Rob. Let's say his name is Rob. His name's not Rob. I say, hey, Rob, what's going on? He's like, oh, I'm doing good today. I said, oh, yeah? He goes, yeah, I invested in this cryptocurrency and I made 10 grand. I said, really? I said, which one? He goes, it doubled the other day. I said, which one? XRP. I was like, huh, what? I ran into the broom closet. Do you understand? And I'm like, beep, boop, boop, boop on my phone. I pull up XRP. I'm like, Jesus Christ. It went from 22 cents to 48 cents. I said, oh my God. I got a hot like $2,200 now. I had $1,000 before. I got $2,200 now. I was like, boner time. So I'm like, hey, I'll dump another. I think I dumped another $2,000 in, maybe another 2,500 in. I'm like, I'm riding this roller coaster, baby. Like, don't. I got to be the dumbest person alive. Anyhow, so here we go. Not even a week later, maybe 2 weeks later, it shoots up to like 75 or 78. Next thing you know, I got like 6,500. I'm like, honey, get on the phone with JetBlue. We're going to Aruba. This type of thing. You understand? I'm like, I want the biggest house on the biggest hill, the longest limousines. Anyhow, then XRP gets slapped with a lawsuit from the SEC. That's right. So then XRP came crashing back down to like 20 cents. I wound up taking a bath. And that was that. I got so scared by the lawsuit, and Coinbase, where I bought it, was like, we're not sure if you're going to be able to trade this anymore. I was like, I'm out. I'm out, and I dumped it. I got scared. Excuse me. And so I got out, lost money, and then XRP wins the lawsuit and comes back on a mega tear. A mega tear. Thank you. Thank you. And I should sit there and torture myself by actually working out the numbers, but I don't even want to know what I lost. Anyhow, yeah, I got news for you. Bitcoin, all this crap, I'm out. You want to invest in a business? You want to invest in Amazon? I believe Amazon's going to take control of the world. I'll invest in Amazon. You want me to invest in Tesla? Tesla's got their thumb in a lot of pies. I'll invest in Tesla. I believe in the future of it. But I also believe if you're going to invest in the stock market, that you should basically make your investment, and then, as Warren Buffett says, pretend like the stock market closes for the next 10 years. So invest your money and then don't look at anything for the next 10 years. That's right. This whole day-to-day shit, listen, I work with people, the day-to-day. Oh, you see it's up? You see it's down? You see it's up? It's down? It's these guys, I made big money. And next thing you know, they're ready to jump out a window. So you want me for the long term? I'm in. You want me to sit there and stare at my Bitcoin screen the whole day? I can't do it. I can't do it. And what is this shit anyhow? I mean, let's face it. Let's face it. The entire world wants cryptocurrency to go away. The entire establishment. Okay? So what's going to happen? Your cryptocurrency is going to take over everything? And then what's going to happen? The dollar collapses. So we're fucked. So what's it going to be? Cryptocurrency takes over? And the dollar takes a shit, and you're fucked either way. So what's it gonna be? And besides, the whole Dogecoin thing, I'm gonna tell you something right now. I was there. I was locked and loaded. I was gonna dump $2,000 into it when it was like, I don't know. It was like a penny. It was like a penny. I was going to dump $2,000 in it, and I was late for work, and I was trying to get the password in or something like that, and it kept on malfunctioning, and then I got locked out, and I was like, oh, fuck it. So imagine what I'd have today. It's something in my gut keeps pushing me away from cryptocurrency. Do you need to, if that's what you want to know. Something deep down inside me is telling me to run away. Run away. And every time I obey those orders, it's right. It's right. The other thing that scares me about cryptocurrency is when I read an article on Google, it says, Americans that invested $1,000 in Dogecoin would have made more than the average American income in a year. And I'm like, oh boy. And then my wife calls me about 10 minutes later and says, babe, we gotta buy Dogecoin. That's when I knew, I'm out. I'm out. When my wife tells me we gotta buy it, I said every other moron on planet Earth is thinking the same way. I'm out. You can't have too many morons thinking the same way. You know what? You're out of here. Hey, Had, just wanted to let you know that I followed your advice in wreaking havoc in the office the last couple of weeks. I've been playing these assholes against each other and sowing seeds of dissent. The other day I took a homogeneous shit in the staff toilet that was so big it clogged it up. We don't have a maintenance on site here, so the Cosby kids were swimming around for an hour or so. Oh my God, who's the poor son of a bitch that had to bring the plunger in? Let me tell you something right now. Plunging a toilet bowl is the most demoralizing thing you can do. It is. I suggest if you ever see anybody plunging a toilet, you run in with your iPhone like this. And you go, like Billy Batts from Goodfellas, you go, oh! Oh! Hey, Charlie, what are you doing? Plunging in the fucking toilet. What does it look like I'm doing? Oh! You gotta push harder. I mean, what? I mean, come on. Anyhow. Can you give me any advice on haggling at yard sales, flea markets, swap meets? I feel like a lot of decent stuff in my area, but people are overcharging. Yeah. I could tell you this. When you see something, you have to be completely disinterested in it. Okay? The first step is identify the item wrong. Like, you see, here's a Wii with a bunch of games, right? Say, how much you want for the Atari stuff? And the guy's like, what? He said, that's a Nintendo Wii. I don't know, my kid's into this stuff anyhow. Yeah, why? How much? And the guy's like, $40. You're like, $40? This is where you got to give him the old switcheroo. In your wallet, in your pocket is where you keep the real cash. Okay? In your wallet is where you keep a 10 and a 5. A 10 and like 5 singles. Like this type of thing. You understand? And then you open up your wallet, you say, I got 10. You start rifling through the singles, and by that time the guy's so frustrated, he's like, all right, just give me it and get it out of here. And it also depends on what time of day it is. If it's early in the morning, you really got to work. If it's later on in the afternoon, not the afternoon, but late morning, you don't have to work as hard. And also, then ask them the price and then walk away. Say $40. Say, oh, like, you know, just walk away. Just look at something else. Like you're not interested, you know? And then you go back and you open up your wallet, this type of thing. You just make it look like this is a hassle. This is a real hassle for me, but I'm going to help you out. This type of thing. Incredible advices. Incredible advices. Oh, the other thing too you want to do, you want to look at it, and you want to go, oh boy. Does it have all the cables? Because they don't know. They just grab the fucking box. Say, does it have all the cables? Do you know if it works? That's a great one. Do you know if it works? Because they don't know if it works. Well, the last time we had it out, it works. And then you like roll your eyes. You go, oh. Okay. Listen, I got $15. You know, take 15 for it? They want it out of here. Do you understand? They want it out of here. You, as the buyer, remember that you always have the upper hand. You always have the upper hand. It's not true, but believe that. Okay. Hey, look at that. I'm bleeding like a stuck pig. Yeah, that's what happens when you get old. Your skin turns into tissue paper. It's great. It's horrifying. Yeah. Every day is like a horror movie. Yeah. The slasher film. You didn't know? Getting old is great. I don't even know how I did that. I think I breathed on it the wrong way. You're out of here. Here we go. Dear Bedhead 1000, how do you get your lawn so perfect looking? I notice in your videos where you were in the backyard and you have the thickest, greenest grass I've ever seen. Is it Chewy fertilizing it constantly? Or is it D-cell batteries size shits? Jesus Christ. How do you do it? Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that you wrote this into me. Listen, I used to be the fucking doofus mowing my lawn. You understand? Yeah, fumbling with the gas. It was a Friday thing. You come home from work. You come home from nightmare work. You're shot. And then it was like, let me get out the lawnmower, Modern lawnmowers don't have a choke, by the way. They have an automatic choke that lasts what? 1 season. That's right. Lawnmowers break down these days. That never happened when I was a kid. Our lawnmower, it rotted out before that engine would stop. 3-horse Briggs and Stratton. Do you understand? The lawnmower rotted out. The wheels fell off. My father took road signs and riveted them to the side to create new wheel wells and mounted the wheels again. And we rode that mower until the wheels broke. Never changed the oil. Never sharpened the blade. Now you can't buy a lawnmower that lasts 1 season. I've been through 2 of them. Here. I'm so sick and tired. And now Briggs and Stratton engines, they're not even made in the United States anymore. They're shit. All small engines that you buy now are shit. I will never own another small gasoline engine again. Weed whackers, they never start. So here you go. You want to be Joe Landscaper? This is what you're going to need. A lawnmower, a weed whacker, a blower, if you're going to like half actually take pride in what you're doing. Yeah. Not to mention, are you going to bag your grass cuttings, or you want your lawn to look like complete shit? So now you got to bag grass clippings. So now you're hauling around grass clippings, this type of thing. I got news for you right now. The best thing I ever did in my life, and I want my son to say this at my funeral. There are certain things, I'm going to write a paper that I want my son to read at my funeral. And the one thing he's going to say is, greatest moment of my father's life is when he hired a landscaper. I will never mow another lawn in my life. Do you understand? You come home from work dripping with sweat, and you got to sit there and you got to fire up this lawnmower, and you're pushing it around the yard. And I used to push the lawn. I wanted to get the job done so quick. I would push it around like a Top Fuel dragster. The lawn looked like shit. I didn't care. I didn't care what the lawn looked like. I didn't care. I don't care. I love the way it looks now because I don't have to care for it. I enjoy it now. I didn't enjoy it before because it looked like shit because I was doing it and I didn't care. Weed whacking, I would weed whack the edges, and like the edge, my edges would recede because, you know, you weed whack. You're like, let me get this done. What do I gotta sit there like I don't even know what to tell you. I gotta sit every time you trim around the tree, the grass, you trim the dirt, and I don't have the patience. Do you understand? These guys, they swoop in. Do you understand? I know we pay $120 a month. Okay? These guys swoop in. There's fertilizer flying. They have machines they drag across my lawn. I've never seen them before. They're so happy. They run over the dog shit. They pull out of here. Their tires are covered in dog shit. Big smiles. They're getting paid. The boys' toys are all over the lawn. The landscaper hates to come to our house. Do you understand? I got kids' toys all over the place. I make him clean them up. I know it's a scumbag thing to do. I know. But when he leaves and I come home on the weekend, I get a lawn like this, buddies. Look at this. I can have the PGA Tour out here. Look at my fountain, by the way. Check out these hibiscus. Did I ever show you guys my hibiscus trees? Look at this. We get hummingbirds back here. Can you imagine? Look at this. I planted those myself. Aren't they beautiful? I know. Look at the lawn. This is Palatial Estates, $120 a month. And it saves you so much heartache. Do the math. If you're gonna do the lawn properly, it's gonna take you an hour and a half, 4 times. Oh my God, your time is so precious. why you would spend it mowing a grass, I have no idea. So it's going to take... My father covered the whole yard with rocks because he didn't want to mow the lawn. That's an hour and a half. If you're going to do it right, blow it and everything, and bag everything like a moron. Put the bags by the side of the road, tie up a fucking lawn bag. Sweating your balls off. An hour and a half, 4 times a month. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 hours? 6 hours. 6 hours. 120. 120 divided by 6. $20. $20 an hour. $20 an hour. I'm worried about $20 an hour. I'm paying a guy to take care of that grass. $20 an hour. That's a bargain. You don't understand. These landscapers they'll have a UFC fight in front of your house to get the job. That's how many landscapers are out there. You can get a great deal on a landscaper, and they'll do great work. Oh my God. And so $20. So think about this: $120 a month. You don't need any machines. I don't have a fucking lawnmower. I'm not tripping over a lawnmower in here. I don't have a weed whacker. All the shit you got to maintain, and you got to buy the 2-cycle oil, and I got to have cans of gasoline all over the place. Get the fuck out of here. Come on. Get it together. I got to have bags. I'm fumbling around with bags. My wife doesn't even let me use kitchen bags. Or paper towels for that matter. Now I'm going to use these enormous bags. Come on. Get a landscaper. It'll be the best day of your life. And you want to have a lot of fun? Go out on your back deck, put a chair down, crack a beer, and watch the landscapers mow the lawn. It's very satisfying. Yeah. Stop breaking your ass. Stop breaking your ass. I told my buddy at work he wanted to buy a power washer. He's one of these new guys. Listen, these new guys buy a home, okay? And they turn into Johnny Do-It-Yourself. You know these guys? He comes to me. We just closed on the house. I want to buy a power washer. Can you recommend a good power washer for me? I said, yeah, the one you rent from Home Depot. You fucking moron. He's like, well, what are you talking about? I want a power washer. I'm like, no, you don't. How often do you power wash? You ready for this? Once a year! Once a year you power wash. You understand? So you're going to buy a machine that you're going to keep in your shed that takes up about this much space. And you're going to be tripping over it the entire year. And because you only use it once a year, you think it's going to start next year? My camera just powered off. I do not know why my camera just fucked me tender. It just powered off. So you use your power washer once a year. You think it's going to start again next year when you use it for that day? No. You want to know why? Because bugs like to crawl into the carburetor. And you didn't winterize it. You didn't pour that winterizing shit in it. The greatest thing you could do in your life is go to Home Depot, get their power washer for the day. It's cheap. It's $15, $20 for the fucking day. You beat the living shit out of the power washer. Do you understand? You crank it to the moon. You power wash everything, and then you go back to Home Depot and you go, here you go, fucko, here you go. And you go, I don't have to deal with it anymore. That's right. I don't have to buy gas for it. I don't have to fucking service it. I don't have to winterize it. Goodbye. I'm telling you right now, you came to the right place. You came to the right place. And now you're out of here. Jesse, mate, I know this is coming from the UK with that intro. I know you are so busy And a lot of people write you. After each show, you mention that your Patreon channel is doing well and has around 10 videos. I'd like to sign up to it and watch the advices page. It sounds like great stuff. I wrote a few times asking, but no reply, mate. But I know you are flat out with things. Anywho, if you can help me get it sorted, I'd appreciate that. Over and out. Get what sorted? Get what sorted? You go to Patreon and you type in Bithead 1000. There I am, my big stupid face. Come on! I gotta do everything around here. You're out of here. Mr. 1000. I need advice about what to do here down under Australia. Since the government keeps saying pretty much every day that the country will stay isolated from the rest of the world for at least another year. Last weekend, I went on a trip with my girlfriend to the Grampians, and oh my God, I nearly crashed with 3 kangaroos on the way. And we saw at least 100 of them just walking around down the road. What's going on? Why are there so many roos all over the place? Why there's so many kangaroos around? Maybe because, I don't know, maybe because they're fucking! And I don't know what they're like with gun laws over there in Australia, but if you're walking around kangaroos and stuff like that without a firearm, I don't know what's going on. I don't go out into the wilderness without a gun. Sorry. That's like a personal rule I have. Yeah. I'm not being any creature's dinner. You understand? I'm going up, listen, Dirty Harry style. I will not go out into the woods without a gun. Sorry. I love these guys. You get these guys in California, especially. They're like, oh, we get nature. We get out in nature and this and that and the other thing. And next thing you know, you got a mountain lion. Those are the pricks that get you. It's mountain lions. They rip your scalp off. You didn't know that? Yeah. They attack you from behind. They rip your scalp off. You know, it's the last thing I need. I mean, it's bad enough I don't have any hair back there. I don't need you ripping the fucking skin off, too. Hey, you're out of here. What are these questions? Here we go. This guy's got one, right? So I will cut to the chase. I don't want to sound like I'm being a Tom Petty, but I feel like my job doesn't have any respect for me. They are paying worthless 2 chuds more than me. They are paying worthless 2 chuds more than me, and I've been working there for 15 years, and I'm only making starting wage. The chuds are making at least $1 more than me. I should also mention that I trained one chud. Why is this guy calling everybody chud? And showed the other chud how to do certain manager shit because I used to manage a store. For context, I work for a fast food chain, so this particular store I was never manager for. But I know how to do the manager shit. I know how to do everything there is, so I know my worth. But I just can't help the feeling that I'm being a jealous douchebag. Should I confront the owner and the general manager about it? Or should I just take the L and find a new job? Listen, buddy. Guy, you go look for another job. You're bottom of the fucking barrel. This is the great thing about working like fast food, like a shit job. There's benefits to working a shit job. Like you don't have to fucking shower. This type of thing. You don't have to like iron your shirt. You understand? You go in there. You go in there not giving 2 shits. And you go like this. I want a raise. And you just look at the guy like this. But you got to be prepared for two outcomes. If he says no, you say, fuck you, I'm leaving. Just like that. If he says yes, you got yourself a raise. But this kind of jimmies me out of my third option. If he says no, you know what you say? If he says no, this is what you say. You say, I want a raise. And let's face it, we're working fast food here. It's not like the guy's going to say, well, you know, what have you done to improve yourself in your company? Like, not this type of thing. It's a yes or no deal. This guy's probably strung out on drugs. He's probably hungover. So he's going to give you a yes or a no. He's not even going to put any thought into it. You understand? He's probably like at night, every night, like wrestling the revolver out of his mouth. So he's going to give you a yes or no. If it's a yes, you got a raise. If it's a no, you could do one of two things. You could say, fuck you, I'm leaving. That's one. Or you could say, okay. And this is what you do. You start going to the gym and you do 3 movements. You do squats, you do deadlifts, and you do overhead presses. I want you to listen very carefully. Anytime you pick up weight off the ground or you lift weight over your head, it makes your appetite go through the roof. That's right. It's instinctive survival technique for the human body. It's very shocking to the central nervous system when you lift weight over your head or you have to pick it up off the ground. And you get an appetite, a roaring appetite. And then you start eating the place out of house and home. That's right. You get your raise in food intake and you become a power lifter. And now they're paying you to be a power lifter. Oh my God. Genius advice. Genius advice. Do you understand? The biggest problem a power lifter has is resting and eating. So the resting part, you do that when you go home. You sack off like a lump of shit. The eating part, you do at work. Okay? 10,000 calories, this type of thing. But lifting, you go, when you're off, you go to the gym and you lift like an animal. Oh, it's dynamite advice. You're winning contests. They're like, what's the secret? What do you do? I work for Jack in the Box. Standing barbell curl, broken record. Squat deadlift, French curl, broken record. This type of thing. Oh, it's so good. It's almost too good to be true. You're in a fantastic position right now. I tell you what. Every burger that you make, like every other burger, goes down your throat. You understand? Like you make one, you're like, one for you, one for me. One for you, one for me. That's all. And then the guys who you trained, I don't know, you trip one of them, they go face first right into the fucking French fry fryer. What are you going to do? Oops. Sorry about that. It's got to hurt. Guys, all right, you're out of here. Christ's sake. But that's the joy of having a shit job. I try to tell everybody. I basically have a shit job. I try to tell everybody. That's what people don't. The problem with having a shit job is not having a shit job. It's working with other people that don't realize they have a shit job. It's like when you have that manager at McDonald's. She's like, we have to get the fries out on time. We have to do this and guys, come on, guys, mayo first, then the tomato. Come on, guys, you gotta get it together. It's like, hey, no, bitch, we work at McDonald's, asshole. It's party time. That's what you don't get. We don't get paid. It's party time, bitch. That's how we work around here. That's the great thing about getting minimum wage. It's party time. Who are you gonna get? You gonna fire me? Fuck it. I'll get minimum wage somewhere else. What's next? What's next? What are you gonna do? Wendy's down the block. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. It's party time. When you get minimum wage, it's party time. I'm smoking weed like I come in like Cheech and Chong. Do you understand? Okay? There's a cloud. There's a cloud of smoke around me. I got the munchies. I'm eating the fries. I mean, right out of the hot fryer. I'm so high, I'm pulling them directly out of the oil. You're out of here. Do we got time? We got time for one more here. You know what? Just wondering when the OnlyFans will be coming in. I will pay good money to see your carrot top go into some snatch. At the end of the scene, you say your outro as you bust all over. As always, keep up the good work. What is this OnlyFans? I don't even know what that is. What is it like? If you know like a Yahoo on social media, you can go to OnlyFans and see them fuck. I got news for you right now. You don't want to see me fuck. All right? Number one, these clothes comes off. There's pink nipples with red hair coming out of them. I don't know how to explain that to you. There's red ball hairs on a scrotum sack that is red. It looks like somebody hit my balls with a meat tenderizer. I'm like, are they ever gonna go flesh colored? I wish I had flesh colored balls. Do you want me to be honest with you? They're red. They're cherry red. You want to know what they look like? Pie filling. Like I dip my balls in pie filling. Yeah. What my wife has to deal with? There's veins. There's dead veins. You want to see this? There's an asshole. I mean, I've never seen it. I don't know what to tell you. You think I'm gonna squat over a mirror? It ain't happening. There's just stuff going on back there. I don't even know what to tell you. I take off my shoes, and these toenails come out. I went to the beach the other day, and I took off my socks. The first time at the beach for a guy over 40 is a nightmare. You take off your socks, and my toes look like the horns on Calibus from Clash of the Titans. You understand? You don't want to see this. Trust me. Trust me. It's a horror. Yeah, all right. Guys, you're out of here. Listen, you need advices? You come to me. Email down below, write advices in the header. We want to help. We have to help. I have to help. That's what we're here to do. We're here to help you. And we solve all your problems. Just like... All right, guys. We'll see you next time.